Hi Capricorn, welcome back. I'm Nan, and this is Silky Intuitive. If you're new to the channel, we're going to do a special reading today with a little explanation up front. I've noticed that a lot of the readings that I've been doing are gravitating towards relationships that tend to not be incredibly happy. They tend to be a bit unbalanced in love, in finances, in the ability to succeed, where one person is left behind to almost fend for themselves while another person is out in the world and thriving. So I'm getting more readings for very unbalanced situations. And I wanted to take a deeper look at maybe why some people are attracted to this channel when they have such unbalanced situations in their lives. I personally have had nothing but unbalanced, unfair relationships with men, with friends, in business. I've never really had a lot of success with a whole lot of different elements in my life on almost every level. I've realized what that failure was like. Two bad marriages with two men, one far worse than the other. And I really, really, really never thought that my ex-husband would have been the lesser of two evils, but I think I have actually topped that one with number two. It's possible. I'm not quite sure yet how far the deception goes, but they say keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Well, let's see how we're doing with Capricorn. Capricorn, this is a reading we're calling the open-ended romance. For me, this is going to refer to a romance where one person is secured in their position within the relationship, has maybe devoted themselves to the future of this relationship, while another person in the situation, the other person in this committed relationship or seemingly committed relationship has something else going on in their lives. Now, first, I've done combinations. I took two off of each deck. One of the New Vision Tarot and one from the Sibila cards. So I've got pairs, 9 cards down of each deck. In the first position, we've got Two of Pentacles with Militare. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles with the Ammalato. We've got the Knave of Swords with Fortuna. We've got the Nine of Wands with Stanza. The Knight of Swords is with Amore. The Two of Chalices or Two of Cups is with Falsita. The Queen of Swords is with L'Amante. The Four of Cups is with the Dispiacere. And the Knave of Wands is with Belvedere. So, Capricorn, this is what I see. Okay, well, first is the focus point here at the bottom of the deck with Gran Consolazione and the Seven of Wands. This is your focus point. With the Seven of Wands, we know that there have been struggles. There have been disagreements, a competitive edge almost between two people. These are both sevens. They both speak of confusion, especially Gran Consolazione. Talks about things that dreams are made of. It's the daydreaming. It's the overblown vision of what is really there. But with this as a focus point, I think that Capricorn is sorting through the different elements that they've been challenged with over a period of time within a relationship, looking at all the different things that they have been presented with in a partnership where possibly from Capricorns, you are the person with the deepest desires for the relationship, yet for every one of your desires, there has been a hurtful situation created by the partner. For every one of your positive wishes in the situation, we have an offense made on the relationship. And it's been a battle, maybe a very long awaited end coming to a very, almost feels like a continuous struggle in a situation for someone. Now, here with the Two of Pentacles and Militate, I really get the feeling that someone in this situation, and I do feel it was Capricorn, deciding that it was time to maybe take control of a financial situation that was not going well. Maybe we had several attempts at success and it didn't happen, but we were maybe looking for a new way to earn money, to create a balance in our lives. And a different approach was taken. And the balance started to take shape. We started to develop, this is Capricorns, when I say we. There was a development of partnerships, meeting with people, growing, developing our craft, lending more balance, more discipline to our lives even, getting control over our lives after a time of unwellness, especially where it came to money. This is a person whose financial situation have been incredibly sick, but we found the cure, we found the solution, and moves were being made, and some of those moves couldn't be seen by other people. And we developed on a new method to bring upon some growth, to ignite growth, bring about relationships, bring about a closer examination of what we had to bring to the world, because we had gone through a period of, I want to say, unemployment, possibly depression from a long-term unemployment, but now we're coming out of that. We're developing out of that. And the Knave of Swords brings new movement, new choices, new developments coming towards us. So for someone, I almost feel like we were stuck in a situation where we had no development, no real vision of the future, only a gigantic mountain that we thought was insurmountable. It was a gigantic obstacle in our way that we really didn't think we could get over that. But we found our way over the obstacle, found a new way of creating our own, creating a life for ourselves without having to feel codependent on someone else's money. Some of us were very dependent on the fortune of another person, on the security of someone who, frankly, had another life outside of yours. So if you had come to a period where you were coming out of a financial depression, is the way I'm seeing this. For some of you, you knew that a relationship had gone bad. You knew that there was a situation where you needed a form of financial security so that you could make your own way through the world. Because we knew that there were issues in a relationship, which is certainly proven here for some of you. Now we have the Nine of Wands with stanza. Stanza is a empty room. It's loneliness. It's seclusion. It's no communication. It's broken down communication. It's a relationship where two people don't even look at one another. So there's a serious lack of communication around a situation for someone. Broken down communication. But with the Nine of Wands, there is a man here who faces whatever is coming to him now. Because frankly, this person, and I think it's Capricorn. If you're watching for a Capricorn, this may be you, and it may be Capricorn that has success building on the outside of a relationship, along with other things that are going on for them outside of their union. That's why this is an open-ended romance, if this is resonating with you. Now, the Nine of Wands is about that, looking at that obstacle in front of you and knowing that you have the solution to get past it. Knowing that now you are prepared to go around that obstacle. The obstacle is the room, the broken down communication. There's a road now around that broken down room. For some of you, you've packed up your shit and headed the hell right out of Dodge with the Knight of Swords. He can just one day say, I have bleeping had enough of this. I am out. I am on the way out. I see no way out of this love relationship. So someone, and we've got all of these swords. Now, these swords can represent swords people, yes. We also have, this wand here talking about fire. But I don't see a fire sign here. What I see is maybe aggressive thinking, aggressive talk, aggressive communication, or an air sign, because their sign is represented by some very aggressive behavior. The Knave of Wands here with the Knight of Swords. Oh, this is the Knave of Wands. This is the Knave of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. They're in alignment. That tells me there's a lot of negative thinking along with negative behavior going on here. Immature behavior. Now, away from this silence, this room, this empty room, where there's no communication, and if there is communication, it feels hostile. You feel sometimes like you're in enemy territory when you're around this other person and their energy. The Knight of Swords is aggression, and he can bring valor, he can bring pride. He's next to the Amore, talks about love and affection. This can be someone's aggressive behavior against their loved one, against their lover. Because we also have the same energy here against the female lover. So I feel that there are offenses against a female lover in this scenario. So I'm going to say, if you're a female Capricorn, you're probably the one who is being offended by the energy of the Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords, she'll cut your head off if she feels it to be necessary. She doesn't have a problem cutting through the shit to get to the truth. Or she'll just cut you out once and for all. So I feel that there's a removal from someone, and I feel it's Capricorn energy, that they've removed themselves, or they're trying to remove themselves. I do see that finance may have held you up. Finances, a lack of finance, may have been what kept you from moving forward. But maybe you reached enough success, enough balance to make that bold move forward with Militate, and to move away from a love situation where, frankly, if we have Two of Cups in this relationship, for someone, and you know who you are, it was all a lie. With Falsita, this Two of Cups was a lie. Or we have someone who has a love relationship outside of a commitment. Again, there's lies around it. There's falsehoods. There's deceit. So even I think this person has two partners. They have one partner who knows that they're being fooled, and another partner who is blindfolded. They don't see the deception in front of them, at least not yet. So one person is being lied to, and one person has the clarity. They have the vision. They know what direction they're going in, and they know where this love situation has led them to. And for someone in the situation, they have already departed, or they be leaving because of the heartache. We have the Four of Cups next to the dispiacere. Now, let me go back. The Queen of Swords next to the female amante. I feel either a behavior or someone's harsh words, someone's harsh behavior was clearly out of line in a relationship. And a l'amante, a female lover, removed herself from the situation. Now, I can say that maybe both female energy have left the situation. This partner could be a female. It can be a male. I really can't see for sure whether male or female. It's up to you. This is a general reading. But with the Four of Cups, we have this female lover removing herself, refusing the love that be offered to her. I can say about this, maybe someone is saying, come with me. You know, we can make everything wonderful. We can make everything better. And the person on the outside, the person who is out in the cold, left behind in tears, is refusing. They're refusing this offer of love. Someone is, and maybe even both of this cheater's partners, they also be separating themselves from the situation. Because we have tears, and it feels like we have one person who's blind, one person who's sick of it, and this is the person who is in tears, and they've ended it. In fact, maybe both of these love partners are in tears, they're disappointed, and they're both maybe leaving. The Knave of Wands is the news of an action that will be coming. This is word coming that a situation is a long-awaited situation. This is the Three of Cups, is coming through. It's coming possibly to an end. With the Belvedere, I think some of us may be receiving words that's something that we have long anticipated after a time of real disappointment, removal from a situation, and a harsh removal too, all based on lies and deceit. Long-awaited, maybe a finalization of a situation is coming through for us and over. Now, we're going to go over to Vimeo. After I shut this off, I'm going to go over to Vimeo, and we're going to throw the reading that I'm calling the closure. This is going to be closure for, I would say, into the month of October is where we're going to be looking for the closure in a situation. That's with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. We're going to look at the relationship. The relationship, we'll look at it. This reading is either going to resonate with the person who is the damaged partner, who is the partner that's separated, is the third party in the relationship. This could be talking about the spouse who has been the betrayer, or the mate that has been the betrayer, or this could be talking about all of them. We'll take a look at Vimeo at the end of this reading. Now, let's do a angel guidance, or an angel answer, rather. We want an angel answer. What do we want to ask this reading? We need to ask in this reading, has one woman walked away, or has both people, male or female, I shouldn't really say woman, have both partners walked away from this situation and left the betrayer standing alone? Have the two women, or have the two lovers who have left, have they both left? Have they left the male lover standing alone? I'm getting confused. Okay, we're asking Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for understanding me, Michael. Michael understands. We are asking, has the male lover or female lover been left by the two relationships, the partner and the outsider in the relationship? I almost get the feeling that both have walked away from him. Have both people walked away from this male lover energy? Let's see. No. Okay. Someone is still in the relationship. Who is still in the relationship? Is the mistress or the outsider still in the relationship? Is the outsider still in the relationship? You do not need to worry. Again, is the outsider still in the relationship? We have abundance. Listen to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? We still don't know, Michael. Is the outsider still in the relationship? One more time, please. Unlikely. Okay. Then we think, is the spouse, the partner, still in the relationship? Is the spouse, is the partner still in the relationship? The mistress feels like the mistress may be out too. But is the wife still in this person's contention, or intention, should I say? There's wait, big happy changes, peaceful resolution, not the right time. Some of you are considering a divorce. Spirit is saying this isn't the right time. This situation will clear itself up. There is a compromise coming for someone. Okay, we want one more answer. Is the spouse still involved? The situation will improve. I think the spouse is still in this person's heart. The mistress has let go, or has been let go of. Okay, it looks like the spouse is still sitting in the catbird seat, should I say. Now, let's take a look at the Soul's Journey, James Van Prague's new deck with the Soul's Journey. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Some of you feel that you're here to heal this person and heal your relationship, because it feels very much to me like the spouse is still possibly playing a part in this male lover's life. So if you are the person, the third person in this married person's life, just know that they still have deep-rooted affection for their spouse. And now we want to take a quick look at the goddess guidance before we go over to Vimeo and put a closure on this reading for the month of October into November. Goddess guidance for whoever it is in the situation, whether you're the spouse, whether you're the lover of the spouse, or whether you are the spouse's partner. This is about fairness. This says the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And maybe that's what this is talking about, is fairness in the division. Maybe the compromise that you're making is not in bringing the relationship back into a play position, but maybe it's talking about bringing resolution to a fight, because once you bring a third party into a divorce fight, the divisive battle gets very dirty. So what we want to say here is that it's very possible that what we are looking at is either a spouse reconsidering her position with someone who cheated on them, or them coming to a peaceful resolution in dividing up the marital property so that they can both move on. But it looks to me like an outside lover is no longer in play. So if you're worried that your spouse had been cheating, it's very possible, but that person looks like has already been removed or walked away from. So, all right, there we go. There it is. Fairness. There's going to be a fair split. If you decide to split this marriage apart, or this partnership goes on a split, just know that you will not only, James Van Praagh says, you will meet your purpose in life once you are able to leave a very painful situation for some of you. Also, there may be peace in the valley for you after all within this situation. So let's take a look over at Vimeo what the closure reading looks like for October for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, if you want a reading meant just for you, go to my Weebly website. The link is down below. If you want, again, look at Vimeo. This reading is there. Over at Vimeo, there's also a variety of life topic videos. And until the next time, Capricorn, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And peace.